He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My bun is big, so it's making my hoodie be up higher, and it really don't need to be. But thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, and this is my review. What am I reviewing, y'all? Black Ink Crew Season 5, Episode 9. I hope you make it to America. I took some little notes or whatever. You know, this is not going to be a long, drawn out review, I don't think. I'm a bit tired. It's cold, which is why I got my hoodie on. My bun not up, but my hair is real puffy back there. So it keep making my hoodie go up on my face because my hair is so poofy. But thank y'all for tuning in. Go ahead and get y'all a little drink. Something real quick or whatever. This episode, I think the season finale is going to be probably the next episode or two. So you know how big want to be about the end or whatever. I'll be live this Friday. No, not Friday. Sunday at 6:30. The chit chat. We'll see what's gonna go on with that. But let's just get started on this. I'm gonna kind of do it in pieces because that's kind of how it happened for me. Let's get to Van and Jen first. So, Van cheated on Jen with Respirator with, what's that girl name? Vevelina? Zanita? What did I call her, y'all? Y'all know that girl. And, so him and Jen ain't talked since Vegas. We said she finally talked to me. It's been 3 weeks or whatever. And now I'm going to have her come over. He got his daughter there. And she helping him, set up this nice little dinner, little candles everywhere. He got the little Mrs. and Mr. Glass. I'm like, well, that ain't your wife or whatever. I get it. He wants us to be special. Okay, special. Because he say he know he messed over Jen and Jen upset and he want to win her back. He done messed over Jen a couple times. He wants this to be the last time that he has to grovel and, make things up to her. She get there, okay. Now she had talked to him, before, and this is their second little meeting or whatever. So he had a little chef get him some lobster, some shrimp macaroni, okay, and all that stuff. Nice little meal where they can chit chat. He tells her how much he loved her and cared for her, how he's sorry for what he did, and he know he was wrong, and he want to make a change and be with her and all of that. And I'm like, I can kind of see because I ain't got to read no notes. Y'all can see my regular face. I don't not wear my glasses a lot because I can't see that good, but I don't have no notes that's good. But anyway, I know the glare from my glasses sometimes is weird, so at least y'all can just see me. So he say how, he wants to make things up to her and just get them on a better path, and he know he was wrong. Well, how was this time any different than before? Okay, how was it different? And he said, what I want to show you. I'm like, well, you've had ample times to show her, and all you end up doing was fucking the Velveeta girl, okay? But Van, get it together. Now get it together, Van. So he said, I'm going to show you with my actions. I feel like my daughter, she really loves and respects you. Well, Van, ain't that what you supposed to do? Anyway, and he said, he just know, their life is better with her in it. Look. Do I think Van loved Jen? I honestly do. But Van is an idiot. You know what I'm saying? He is a complete idiot that keeps making the same mistake. Like, you keep messing up on that girl. But I think, didn't she, do some things then, too? So they just been having issues or whatever. But, she said, you're going to have to show and prove. And she got tears falling or whatever. And he go to wipe her tears. You don't do that. That ain't how you do it. You don't wipe it. You blot it. I'm like, well, that means her makeup is on there. And so he said he going to try to fix it and be better for her. We shall see. That's going to probably happen next season. But she did say it's gonna be a whole lot something big and amazing and life changing in order for me to take him back. What I do like is what she didn't take him back in this aspect, and he also just said to her, I think we need to go back to being friends, start there, start from scratch. He like, I think we've, tried to redo stuff, but we've never tried to like start over. You know what I'm saying? So let's start over. Well, I mean, if you like it, I love it. So we shall see what happens with them starting over. And I do feel like though, if he messed up again, like at that point, this is a girl. At that point, either just let that man cheat in peace and let him be, what I'm saying, a asshole in peace, or break up with him. Okay, when a man keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and you keep taking him back, let that man cheat in peace or leave him. But you can't do both. You can't stay with him and get mad when he cheating. You know he cheater. You know what I'm saying? It comes with this. Charmaine and Junior was riding around together on their way to the shop or whatnot, and Junior got put. Well, Junior was driving. He got pulled over, and Charmaine was recording. Some of the cops were kind of giving them hassle or whatever. They said that Junior didn't, like he ran a red light, and so they pulled him over, and he told them, I guess he had a gun in the car, but he has a license to carry. They then pulled him out the car. We're gonna take you in. We seen the cops saying, 'cause it was footage of it. The cops were saying, "Oh, you had the clip you had the clip in there." Like, I had the clip in the console. No, I didn't. We had to take you in. And so when Charmaine get to the shop, Ryan like, "Was you crying? Like, what's going on with you?" Yeah, like, oh my God, me and Dream got pulled over. It was crazy. The cops being stupid. They didn't want me to record stuff, but they was, talking to him all crazy. He had a gun, da 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 da. And they was gonna take him to jail. He like, where he at? I don't know. And it Ian Walker Jr. I'm looking like, what you lying for, Charmaine? He right there. Anyway, Junior walked in, he said the same thing. They was being dumb, cops and, cops here don't want to see, Mexicans or black people be, to make it or whatever. They were just fucking with me. And they was upset because they couldn't take me in for anything. Like, they asked him, who car you driving? He like, motherfucker, my car. Like, who driving it? Nigga, me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say nigga, I said nigga. But of course it was his car. I ate it like the pizza, and I guess a little anyway, but he, he good. They didn't take him to jail. I think they were trying to, but it was his car. The gun was registered for him. You know what I'm saying? He has a license. He got all the paperwork or whatever. So we had that whole thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. So we seen Charmaine also wanting to be woke. Now, we know the last episode ended with her and Lily fighting. And so Lily still, what I'm saying, she's on hiatus, okay? Trying to get herself together because Ryan told her, hold up. Take a little break, regroup, and we'll see. So Charmaine, like, yeah, I still think, Lily shouldn't be or whatever. We ignore that. She then brings up I watched the whole R. Kelly documentary. I think we should have a protest here in Chicago at his studio, because the studio's down the street. And so it was Charmaine, Ryan, Van, John, and that white girl who we think is smashing Ryan, who don't never talk. Is her name Gina? Ryan's assistant. I need her. I need her to either talk a little bit more or just not to be in scenes. It's just so weird. Like, she be there, but she don't say shit. Like, she like a notepad that's just there in case you need to write down something and they're gonna remember it. I'm like, but she don't like do and say nothing much. It'd be kind of weird. I'm like give her some, like, let her talk a little bit, like something. Don't just stand there like a ghost. Okay. Anyway. So Charmaine wants to boycott R. Kelly in his studio. She wants to. What she say? I'm gonna be real woke. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matters, and me too. I said, here she go. Look, I'm all for people getting connected and wanting to be involved into all the movements going around, but it's something about Charmaine that feels like that wasn't wholeheartedly her idea. Like, she heard something, it was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm talking about that. But at least she's trying to do something. We have to give credit where credit is due when someone is at least trying to use their platform on the radio and also on their show to speak about the injustice of women and how they're treated, with R. Kelly being whole, just nasty ass man. Girl, that whole, it's a third video now. He's still pissing on people. He pissing in people's face. It's just seemed too much. Anyway, So at first we see how, they all like, well, I don't know, what's going on. Like, he's such a figure here in Chicago. And they're not, the guys were, and they weren't defending him. They were just saying, like, what we going to do considering who he is here in Chicago. And then they're like, well, you wouldn't, y'all have daughters and, y'all wouldn't want your daughter, y'all wouldn't want your daughters being taken advantage of or being hoodwinked, bamboozled, or wiped, mind, what is it? No, it's not hypnotized. Girl, what does he have them girls? What does he have them girls? My brain is not working. Um, Y'all know what I mean. God darn it. Anyway, I'm like, why can't I think he has them brainwashed, girl? He has them brainwashed. Y'all want y'all to, that happening to y'all daughters, and y'all say, you right, we behind you 100%. And I don't think any of them were trying to defend R. Kelly. I think they were like, it kind of came out the blue. Like, what we gonna do? We gonna boycott at the studio. I'm like, well, okay, girl, what you gonna do? And so we do see now. I didn't see any of the guys down there, but I was looking at my phone a little bit, so I could have dismissed it. But Charmaine was there. It was other people there too. Another person from her rail station was there. I think we seen a news crew too. And they were just outside, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. You know what I'm saying? Out there protesting or whatever. And just, saying how they not going to tolerate the bullshit of R. Kelly and what he got going on. Now, I do wonder, was he there that day? Was he in there? He didn't come outside? Because, he out of jail now, so we shall see. But, that was her, her protest of it all. And, I'm saying, hooray, hooray for Charmaine. And then the last thing that was going on, Ryan met up with Lily. Ryan and Bella met up with Lily, you know what I'm saying, at a little restaurant, little soulful restaurant. I'm like, okay, that's where she want to go. And I thought it was funny that as they were sitting there talking, you seen the girl at the counter with her phone out like these. I'm like, girl, you typing? We can see you. Girl, put your phone down. Anyway, so Ryan invited Lily there so they can talk about, like what she want to do, how she thought about what happened or whatnot, and like what's going forward. So Lily, like, I feel like Charmaine, you know what I'm saying, was calling me racist and I ain't racist, and she was using that word because she don't like me, and because she don't like, it's a personal vendetta. And Ryan said, well, that's true. However, uh, you need to own, how people feel about what you say. Like, you don't want to take responsibility for the reasoning for it. Lily keeps saying, well, I don't get why now all of a sudden it's an issue. Bitch, look, it don't matter when someone tells you you have offended them. Okay? If you have been offending me for a whole fucking year and I finally get fed up and say, bitch, you have been saying this for a year and it's been irking my nerve all this time and I've been trying to ignore it. I can't ignore it anymore. You pissing me off and you sound racist. You can't then say, well, because you didn't tell me when I was first doing it that, your opinion don't matter. Girl, the fuck bye. So again, Lily's still trying to placate, like, well, because she don't like me and it's just she trying to get me out of there or whatever. She just not accepting. Because Ryan even said to her, if you would just say, you know what, Ryan said you let her win because instead of you acknowledging, you know what, you're right. I see me using the words, pissing you off over. I won't do no more. My bad, and just move on from it. He like, no, you had to keep going on, and like, which made Charmaine keep going on, and it kind of made you look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And the focus wasn't about Charmaine using this as a reason to get you out. And he like, but so she still want to acknowledge it or whatever. So she's still on punishment. She then says because she has time off from the shop. And I'm like, Bella this and she didn't say nothing. And this is the issue with Lily. You using the N-word is not acceptable to Charmaine and other people in the shop. Okay. Charmaine, Van, and Don all agreed. Like, even though it was some bullshit and we don't care all the time, we care right now. So if you just say you won't use it no more, I feel like they would have let it go. But you won't. And that's the reason why they won't let it go. So girls, your own goddamn fault. So she say because she's been so caught up in on the bush, she has not been doing her art. And so she's painting a little picture or whatever, still saying Charmaine is using this against me because she got a personal vendetta. You got one more time to say that bullshit, and but never acknowledge that you shouldn't use the word, like, or just don't, girl, just don't. It's just so dumb. She then said she wants to have an art show because she did come to Chicago or whatever to further her art and her tattooing, and so she decides to have an art show that's like a interactive thing or whatever, where people will come see her art, but as they're walking through the art gallery, it's also showing them what Mexicans go through to get to America illegally, basically, when they escape to America from Mexico because it's so bad over there. I don't think her art had anything to do with any of them filling out paperwork and coming over illegally. I really feel like it was all about how they illegally come over here. If I'm mistaken about that, let me know. But that's what I thought it was. Because I'm looking like legally, you wouldn't have to go on any tunnels or ride on freight trains on top of them, or die walking across the desert. But that's just me. So she has her art show. A lot of people come. Well, no. Well, yeah. But like Ryan came and Bella. And that was all who came from the shop. They like, yeah, you can either, walk the deserts and, and die from the heat. Okay. You can, dive like heat stroking in the tunnels. You can get your, something crazy can happen if you ride at the top of a train. I'm looking like, ride at the top of a train. I didn't know any of this stuff. I honestly did not. That's why I said the ways they were saying they came over here to me sound like they illegal immigrants, escaping the crazes of Mexico. But I feel like you won't acknowledge that the use of the N word is offensive to black people, and a black person does not want you to use it. However, you want to bring awareness to the hardships that Mexicans face when they come here illegally. I mean, I don't think one has anything to do with the other, but if you want someone to understand your plight, why are you not understanding ours? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, no tea, no shade. Like, Mexicans plan to come here to escape the hardships of Mexico, and they make the choice to almost die coming here willingly because they want to leave where they are because it's so bad there. Whereas us, we were slaves who were forced to come here. We had no choice. And I'm almost like, she like, Mexicans are having it so hard right now, with Trump and his wall, and we are discriminated against. We are too. Like, we are too. And again, you're trying to bring awareness to what you as a Mexican goes through and how hard it is for you, and how, you don't like, the racism that you guys face right now. However, you're using a word that we feel you shouldn't use because racist people of other races use it, even though you're Mexican and sometimes y'all use that word. Someone's telling you, I don't like it, and you won't even acknowledge a little bit that you shouldn't use it. Solely because it's Charmaine who's saying it. The fact that it's Charmaine saying it doesn't make it any less true that it offended her that you used it. I said before in my last video, I don't think anyone who's not African American should use it. That's my personal opinion. But everyone else, of my race has the choice to if they are offended or not. But if someone says, I'm offended as a black person that you're using the N-word, your response shouldn't be, you just don't like me. Bitch, I may not like you, but I still don't want you using the word. And like, why can't you just say, all right, I won't use it no more. And even if you're using it in private or not around me, don't use it around me. So for me, I mean, I thought what they did was cool, the art show. But I also feel like you're trying to bring awareness to that, but you won't acknowledge that you shouldn't use the word. Anyway, when Ryan talked to her at the end of it, she said how she had all the time to think about it and stuff. And, he like, well, do you want to come back to the shop? Like, can you come back to the shop, work with them? Like, kind of talk it out that you know, or whatever. And she basically say no, like she don't want to go back to the shop because she don't want to work with them. Bye, Lance. And Lily's gone. I'm not gonna miss her. You know, Ryan meets with the building landlord. You know what I'm saying? At first, I'm like, is they finna get put out again? Right, don't get put out again. So, you know, the landlord, like, you know, I know before it was all these issues or whatever, you know, you had to leave. Things got crazy. You came back. It's cool. So, I have this other space. It's bigger than the space you have now. And I was wondering if you want to expand. And Ryan like, oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Wanna know why? Because the last spot he was working on that we seen him working on to be the second shop, that shit fell through. And I wonder why we hadn't seen him talk about it at all since then. So he's like, he kind of failed. Okay, he was trying to do too much or not enough, and things just didn't work out. Okay, so he's happy to have this opportunity to have. Now, see, when he, you know, because if you follow him on Instagram, we see the new shop that he has. I kept saying to myself, I'm like, that shop he showed us before, it didn't look that big. I'm like, but this shit he's showing, it's huge. Like, it's so much space, and that bitch be packed. It's always every day he on Instagram showing people in there getting tattoos. He shows his tattoo artist working on clients. Okay, I'm like, well, God damn it. Okay, so but I kept like, well, maybe they knocked the back wall out and expand. I was like, it looks way more big. I'm like, oh, there's a reason. He ain't even in that shot no more. He in this one, and you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So he's happy to be able to expand, and he says how he doesn't want to be boastful like he was before and try to show everybody what he's doing, and then it fails. He looks stupid. He's like, I'm gonna kind of move in silence. Silence, silence. So he then meets up with, you know, Charmaine, Van, and Don. And he like, you know what I'm saying, before when I made different moves, y'all was upset or whatever. So I want to come to y'all and talk to y'all. I'm thinking about expanding. Think about doing some, you know, doing a little bit more, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what. But he kind of, you know, just, I'm telling y'all now, like, this is what I'm going to do. And they're like, cool, you know what I'm saying? We're going to build this up and, you know, make this money or whatever. And then we see somebody walk in the shop. I'm like, who that? Hoppo, who at the door? And it was Four. Four is back. I'm like, yay. I'm happy Four is back. He looks healthy. He looks like he had time to himself to get his mental together. He came back was looking healthy. You know, it ain't nothing better than seeing somebody who looks mentally healthy. Like you can see any pain they had weighing on their shoulders, they've dealt with it a little bit. Not saying it's gone away, but you can tell he needed that break. Let's just say that. So he said, you know, he had such a black cloud over his head before, and he just had a breakdown because he was holding so much in, and you know he had to come back when he had to leave to just kind of get himself together because he was just in a really really dark place. And you can hear in his voice when he was talking, like in the scene, he wanted to cry because you know he like I just there was just so much going on or whatever. But he says how, and see, I didn't want y'all to think that I was like walking away from y'all and, you know, just saying fuck the chop. But I needed to go get myself together, you know what I'm saying? And come back stronger than I was before. And I had time to do that. And now I'm back. You back for good? You back for good for? He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all my family too. And you know what I'm saying? I need y'all too because y'all my family. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like, and then they was all happy go lucky and hugging each other, you know. I'm happy to see the original crew back. Honestly, I am. We don't know where it's gonna go from here now because the preview for next week was a little something, something, and I'm like, what? What's going on? What's you leaving? He leaving? You leaving them? What's going on? I don't know. But it was good seeing them all hug. Again, it was Four, Don, Van, Charmaine, and Ryan. And that's how the episode went off. I mean, it was, you know what I'm saying? Again, once it gets close to the end of the season, these be like filler episodes or whatever. But you know, I'm happy to see, you know, things kind of are completely different than how they were last season. It's like a year later and things are just better. Everyone seems to be in it. Charmaine seems to be in a better position. She looks better. She dresses better. I'm happy about that. You know, I think she's doing better at the radio station. Van, I mean, he's not in jail. Um, Don is his marriage is better. You know, he's acting more, which means he's making more money. He seems to be on his grown man shit. Four is healthier mentally and hopefully emotionally and spiritually. And they're all back together. You know, Ryan has his secondary shop. I think when the weather breaks, I'm gonna go and get my tattoos covered up. That the bad guy had me get years ago. What? I have two tattoos, two little ones. You know, that I'm gonna get on was one on each arm. I got one that's like right here, and then one that's wrong arm, one that's up here, and then one that's down there. That I think I'm gonna get covered up, and I hope I can get Ryan to do them. If not Ryan, I will want four. Truth be told, so yeah. Anyway, that's all, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this little quick little thing or whatever. Maybe I'll go live real quick while it's uploading. Who knows? Anyway, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.
He's like love, love.